to talk about today is I want to talk about how we handle it, or should I say how you overcome the objection of when somebody tells you that they want to talk to their spouse. So if you've ever been in a situation where you've been speaking with a customer, you've done everything that they asked you to do, you asked them, was there anybody else involved and whatnot early on, and then you get down to the end of it after asking them, is there anybody else involved? They tell you no, you present them with numbers, you do everything, and then right at the end of it all, they tell you, I need to speak to my spouse. And I appreciate everybody that's chiming in right now. Let's do our best to hit that like button so that we can, help this video spread. So what we're talking about is how to overcome when a guest tells you that they want to speak to their spouse, all right? Now, typically, when somebody tells you that they want to speak to their spouse, let's think about it. It's really, again, another one of those smoke screens. And remember something, there's only 5 objections. 5 common objections. That's the price is too high. I want to think about it. I want to speak with my spouse. I want more for my trade, and I want to shop around, okay? So if you sat with somebody and you asked them, are you the decision maker? And y'all went on a demo drive and got to the end, and they told you they want to speak to their spouse, remember, smoke screen. But what happens is most people, when a guest tells them that they want to speak to their spouse after spending all that time together, a lot of salespeople get into a back and forth situation, and it can turn a little bit aggressive, where it's like, okay, where are they at? Can we get them here? Let's call them on the phone. So really, let's think about what we're doing. When we're in a situation where somebody says that they want to speak to their spouse or their significant other, then we start saying, hey, can we get them on the phone? Hey, what do we have to do to get here? I want you to think about what we're asking them to do. We're really saying, hey, I want you and I for us to surprise attack your significant other. Okay, we're going to bombard them real quick. You, the loving spouse or significant other, me, the salesperson who they probably love and respect so much. We're going to just call and bombard them or blindside them. And you know what you face? A lot of rejection typically from your guests. They're not going to want to do that. Would you do that? Now, let's put another thing in perspective, though. Who really goes out to a dealership looking for a car, truck, or an SUV that's thousands of dollars without at least letting a significant other or their spouse know? Typically, the only people that would do that are those that are balling in such a manner that they're going to go out and buy the car cash by themselves. There's no note and just give it up as a gift. Most other people have to make car notes. And make payments. So they're going to let somebody know, hey, I'm stopping in. Every once in a while, somebody might pop in, but for the most part, that significant other or spouse at least has an idea that that person is in the market for a new vehicle or is out at the store. Let's hit the like button, y'all, as y'all coming in. I'm going to keep it moving. So their significant other has an idea that they're out. Look, they either know that they've been looking for something or about to start looking for something or are actually out looking for something. So as opposed to getting into a situation to where you want to try to encourage the significant other or spouse to work with you to actually gang up or bombard the significant other, even though that's not what you're trying to do, that's how it'll be perceived. You want to learn how to ask the right questions, because in this situation, most customers know that if they just use the spouse or significant other objection, most salespeople are so ill prepared that they won't know what to say. They'll give up, or they get into this, where they at? Let's get them here. Not you, not anymore. So here's what you say. The next time somebody tells you that they want to speak to their spouse, the first thing to do is you want to acknowledge them and say, hey, listen, I hear what you're saying. And, truth be told, you probably know them better than anybody else. So let me ask you, based on what you've seen, what do you feel they would like best about this vehicle here? So I want you to do this. So a customer tells you they want to speak to their significant other or speak to their spouse, okay? The first thing you want to do is acknowledge it. Let them know, hey, I hear what you're saying. And truth be told, you probably know them better than anybody else. So let me ask you, what do you feel they would like best on this vehicle? Now, I want you to think about what's happening there. When we're asking them what they feel their significant other or spouse would like best about this vehicle, we're actually getting them to relive all of the positive things that they liked about the vehicle. Because in order for them to speak it to us, they have to first think it. And that's where assumption of ownership comes from. It's a mental first, okay? They have to buy it in their mind before they ever get it physically. And I want you to realize people buy 90% based off emotion and back it up with 10% logic. So that's why it's all about feelings rather than what you think. So what do you feel they'll like best about it? Keeping it positive, getting their feedback, okay? And after they get finished telling you, so I'm gonna run through it. So they say they want to talk to a significant other spouse. Hey, you know what, John, I hear what you're saying. And John, truth be told, you probably know them better than anybody else on the planet. So let me ask you, what do you feel they'll like best about this vehicle? Let them talk. Really? And what else? Let them talk some more. Let them get it going. Okay? Well, based on what you said that you feel like you like and that you feel like they would like, it seems like you both would like it. So let me ask you, John, what do you feel we can do to get Sharon or to get Bob or to get Joan or to get Ricky here so they can see the vehicle with you? Okay? So, you run through it like, listen, hey, John, I hear what you're saying. And you probably know them better than anybody else on the planet. So let me ask you, what do you feel they'll like best about this vehicle? Really? What else? Hey, well, listen, John, based on what you just shared with me, the things that you like about it and the things that you feel they would like, it seems like you both would like it. So, tell me, John, what do you feel we can do to help them get here so they can see the vehicle with you? Okay? So when you're really thinking about it, you're acknowledging, hey, I hear what you're saying. And you probably know them better than anybody else. So what do you feel they were like? Let them tell you, because what they feel they were like, 9 times out of 10 is what they like themselves. Okay? And then what else? They might state one thing, but hey, let's see if they say, oh, nothing else. Okay. But typically people will keep going and embellish. And after they told you what they feel they would like, then they tell you what they feel they like. Well, based on what they're saying, it seems like both parties, both people would like it. And so you want to ask them, hey, what do you feel we can do to get Sharon or to get John, get Bob here so they can see the vehicle with you? So again, it goes back to a partnership. See, most salespeople miss out on the truth, the reality that it is not you against them. It's a partnership, because they can take their business and go anywhere else in the world that they want. You can't. So we have to do everything we can to give that person a good enough reason to do business with us. So when they tell you they need to speak to their spouse or their significant other, don't get back into a tugging match. Remember, good salespeople practice. Great ones practice what you ask. And so you want to ask them, hey, acknowledge I hear what you're saying. Let them ask them, hey, listen, you probably know them better than anybody else. What do you feel they were like? And then what else? And then tell me, what do you like most about them? Tell me what you feel you like most. That's another one that you can stick in there. Okay? So I'm going to give you an additional one here. So they tell you that they want to talk to their spouse. Look, I hear what you're saying. And truth be told, you probably know them better than anybody else on the planet. So let me ask you, John, what do you feel they would like most about this vehicle? Oh, really? What else? Okay. And let me ask you, John, while you're explaining or, describing the vehicle to them, what will you tell them that you like? What do you feel that you like most about the vehicle? Well, based on what you just shared with me, it seems like you both would like it. So let me ask you, John, what can we do to get Sharon or to get John here so they can check the vehicle out with you? So it goes back into giving me information, helping them relive the positive benefits, okay? And then there's a partnership. What do you feel we can do to help them get here so they can see the vehicle with you? All right? So it's a lot easier to deal with that as opposed to getting into a back and forth. Learn how to ask questions, okay? And like I promised you, I'm going to be chiming in and giving you ways to overcome these objections. So this one is how to handle speak with spouse. And if you like this and you continue to check the videos out, as you can see in the chat, I just added a link, because if you think this is something, I have far more audios, videos, the sales training manual, all instant downloads. You download them to your computer or to your phone, your email, the access link, and so you can go back in and utilize them and download them as many times as you want. They are yours for life, and they are literally helping sales reps make $10,000 and $15,000 a month at their dealership. So click the link in the chat, click the link in the description or in the comments, and at least check it out. Treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. But other than that, I'm Brian Maxwell, and I'll see you at the dealership, y'all.